So we finished the addition and the subtraction of a real number. We will start to 1.6. We continue to talk about multiplication and the division. So first we talk about multiplication real numbers. Basically, we know the product of two numbers. With the same sign. The answer, the product, is a positive number. Similarly, the product of two numbers with different sign. We will get a negative number. Okay, let's check some examples. If -7 times -6. So first, let's determine the sign of the product. Negative, negative, same sign. So our answer will be positive, right? Then 7 times 6 is 42. Of course, you can just put 42 because it's positive. Let's check 2 times -10. Let's first determine the sign of our product. Positive to -10, so different sign. So our answer with a negative number. So -2 times 10, that will be 20. Answer will be -20. Again, this time we do 5 times -1.7. Check the sign first to determine the sign of our answer. Positive, negative, different. So it's negative sign in our answer. Then after that, 5 times 1.7. So it's just 8.5. All right, so for any real number, any real number, b times 0 will always equal 0. Of course, 0 times b is still 0. Let's check more examples. This time we want to -1 times -5 times -9 times -2. How should we do this kind of question? Because they are all multiplication, so we do it from left to right. So first we check -1 times -5. Negative, negative. So our answer will be positive, same sign. So positive 1 times 5, that will be 5. Or let's check the second step. 5 positive, -9 negative. So different side, our answer will be negative. 5 times 9, so that's 49. The last step, we check the sign first. Negative, negative. So our answer should be positive because they are same sign, right? 45 times 2, we will get 90, and it's positive 90. So we can do it from left to right. Let's check another one. -2, -3, -4. So we can still follow the same rule from left to right. Check the first two. negative, negative, same sign. So our answer will be positive. Positive 2 times 3, that's 6. 6 times negative 4. So positive, negative, our answer will be negative. Okay, different sign. So negative 6 times 4, that's negative 24. Check one more. 7 times 0 times negative 6. If you remember the rule, because b times 0 equals 0. So if anything times 0, we'll get 0. So this kind of problem, we can directly get 0. Okay? If you check the textbook, page 52, you will see the table to tell you the pattern of negative number. Multiplication of negative number. So basically it's negative, negative, we will get positive. Right? But if it's 3, we will get negative 2. And if it's 4, we got positive again. But if it's 5, we got another negative. So get the rule. If we have all the negative numbers, so just like this, 3 negative numbers, 5 negative numbers, we will get a negative result. We will get a negative result. And if we have even number negative sign, something like this, 2 and 4, we will always get the positive sign for our result. So you can check this table on the page 52 to help you find the pattern, right? If we know the pattern for this kind of question, we can know the answer directly, the sign of answer directly. For example, this time we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 negative numbers. So it's 4 is an even number. So our answer definitely will be positive. Then we only need to do the multiplication part. Similarly, for this kind of problem, it's negative, 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 3 negative sign, right? 3 negative. So 3 is an odd number. Our answer definitely with a negative sign. So after you learn the pattern, you can quickly get the sign of your answer. And we should talk about the difference between these two cases, just in case some student messed up these two expressions. So for this one, we know this exponential expression just means negative 2 is our base. So negative is the factor. It appears twice, right? So when we do the multiplication of negative numbers, we realize they have same sign. So our answer will be positive 25. Same sign, negative, negative. But for the second one, we know this time we keep the negative sign because 5 is just the base. So we actually do the exponent part first. So 5 is the base. It is 5 times 5. So the answer will be negative. So make sure you check these two kinds of problems carefully to see if there is a parenthesis there. Let's try to do this one. For this kind of problem, we know the negative 2 is our base. So it's our factor and it appears 3 times. Now we could quickly determine the sign of our answer because we have 3 negative signs. 3 is an odd number, so our answer will be negative. And the 2 times 2 times 2 will be 8. Right? So how about this one? Negative 3 is our base. So negative 3 times negative 3. Negative, negative, same sign. Our answer will be positive. 3 times 3 will be 9. Positive 9. Check another one. Negative 2 over 3 to the third. Again, this time, negative 2 over 3 is our base. So we can write it into this form. Negative, negative, they are the same sign, right? And only 2 negative. So we will get positive as our result. Okay, so our result will be positive. After that, we only need to do 2 times 2. Numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. And our answer will be 4 over 9 will be a positive number. So next, we talk about finding reciprocal of a number. The definition of reciprocal is if A times B is equal 1, then we will say 2 numbers are reciprocals. If the product of 2 numbers is 1, then we call these 2 numbers are reciprocals. So how can we get the reciprocal of each number? For example, 22. So if we know the reciprocal of 22 should be a number, the product will be 1. So it will be 1 over 22. Because we know 1 over 22 times 22 equals 1. I'll see. Reciprocal, if we have this negative 9 over 13. So we can know the reciprocal will be still negative number. 13 over 9. Because we know 9 over 13 times negative 13 over 9 equals 1. So basically, we only need to treat each number as a fraction. For example, we can treat 22 as the fraction. 22 over 1. Agree? And how can we find the reciprocal? We only need to change the order of denominator and numerator. So that's it. That's the basic rule to get the reciprocal. Let's check another example. If we have a decimal, how can we get the reciprocal? We can treat it as a fraction. So first, 1.7 we can write like this one. then it's just like 17/10, right? If it's 17/10, how can we get this number, the reciprocal of this number? Remember, we only need to change the order of, we only need to flip it, right? So the answer will be 10/17. Okay, so basically we treat the original number as a fraction. How can we get the reciprocal of it? We just flip the denominator and the numerator. Then we can find that's the reciprocal. But the reciprocal of the number always has the same sign. If it's a negative number for the original number, then its reciprocal is also a negative number. If it's a positive number, the reciprocal is a positive number. The sign will not change. Okay? And we should know a special case. 0 does not have reciprocal. Okay? 0 does not have reciprocal. Because we cannot find any number times 0 equals 1. That's impossible. Any number times 0 will be equal to 0. Now let's talk about dividing. So that's the basic rule for all the real number. If A divided by B, we can treat it like A times the reciprocal of B. Okay, let's check the example. If negative 18 divided by 3, we can treat it as negative 18 times the reciprocal of 3, which is 1/3. So we can get the answer. It's negative 6. Or we can directly treat it as the fraction mode. We can use the fraction bar as the division sign. So it will be negative 18 divided by 3. We already know the fraction bar, it has the same meaning as division sign. So we can just do like this. Then this will be much easier. So negative 6. Alright, let's try to do another one. If this time we already have this. Negative 14 divided by negative 2. So negative, negative, our answer will be positive. And it's just like this. Alright, so another one. This time, positive, negative. Our answer will be negative. In the 20 divided by 4, we will get 5. So they are very similar to the multiplication. Still, same sign. Two numbers with same sign. Two numbers with same sign will get positive result. Two numbers with different signs will get negative result. Okay. So let's check the fraction example. So this time we want to do 2/3 divided by -4/5. So we can treat it like 2/3 times the reciprocal. So that will be flip it times -4/5. After that, we know positive, negative, our answer will be negative. 2 times 4, 3 times 5. So our final answer will be -8/15. And for the division, we have this property. 0/8 is equal to 0. Of course, a/0 is undefined when a is a non-zero number. When a is not equal to 0. 0 divided by a is equal to 0, and a divided by 0 is undefined for all real number. Okay. And also check this property. If a, b are real number, b is not equal to 0, then a/b is equal to -a/b is equal to -a/b. So if here we only have one negative sign, so it's okay to put it here, or it's okay to put it here, or in front of the fraction.